Hello everyone, welcome to the Love Lounge special for the Royal Hibiscus Hotel, the movie. I'm your host, Toke Makinwa. Now, love is a beautiful feeling. Everyone at one point in their life wants to fall in love, and hopefully it's the one time you fall in love for life. There's a popular saying that goes, you haven't lived unless you love. But what happens when love is unrequited and one-sided? There's so many people who find themselves in this unpleasant situation. Now today on the show, we'll be talking about the era of friend zoning. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Whatever you want to do with the girl, do it quick before we lose the deal.
Do you know how rich this your DG friend is at all?
No, and I don't care.
There is something I want to tell you.
How could you do a thing like this without telling me?
I want assurances.
No, Chief. What you need is money. We can be done with the business we came here for.
Martin.
What's he talking about? Hey, that's what you really wanted. Esther, let's go now. I thought that the stars had finally aligned themselves in my favor. And you know what? It almost seemed like it was just too good to be true. And then it was.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show. Now, if you just joined us, this is the Love Lounge special for the Royal Hibiscus Hotel, the movie. I'm joined by two of our lovely guests. Bisola Ayola is a Nigerian actress, a singer, an MC and presenter. The vivacious entertainer, her rose to fame began as she contested in the 2008 edition of the MTN Project Fame. She also participated in the Nigerian Big Brother franchise, the Naija show, in 2017. Welcome to the show, Bisola.
Thank you. Hey.
And Bisola is not alone. She's joined by a very, very, very dapper, most handsome Katung at work. He participated in Big Brother Nigeria reality TV show. Katung emerged as the winner of his collaboration between the Nigerian and South African production teams. After 7 years, Katung has had the privilege to work with several organizations. He's currently pursuing his passion for film making. Katung is in his early 30s. Did that have to be there, guys? But he joins us right now with Bisola. Welcome to the show. So we've told the whole of Africa how old you are.
Yes.
Welcome,
I think they
Katung.
know. Thank you, man.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Are you guys ready to talk?
Oh, yes.
Because we have a very interesting topic today. We're talking about this era of friend zoning, friend zone. Where did that word even come from?
I think it's always existed, but maybe some would just...
But I think when it shot to fame, I was reading somewhere was an episode of Friends where Ross was chasing, what's her name?
Rachel.
Yes, Rachel.
Yeah.
All around, and then Joey just named her the queen of friend zoning because he was just chasing her around like a little puppy, sad eyes, but she just didn't get it.
Yeah, but it's a real thing,
Yes, it
guys.
is.
And you know, we find a lot of people who are devastated by love, which is supposed to be a very beautiful thing. You know, you fall in love in the hopes that the person loves you back, or at least, you know, wants the same things as you do.
Yeah.
But there are certain situations where you find yourself attracted to someone. I didn't use the word love because love is a very deep word, and it starts from attraction. And you know, the person just doesn't feel the same way. And I personally believe that as females, upon meeting a guy, like 5 minutes of talking to a guy, you know, as a female, if you want to pursue something deeper, or if, it's just going to be a friend. Now, for the guys, Katung, how does it work?
I think, first of all, guys are more susceptible to fall for the friend zone trap.
Okay.
You know, because just like you said, women from the get-go, no. You know, women are sharpshooters that way. But for guys, we expect so much from women when we think that we show them affection, they should reciprocate. You know, and for women, sometimes it's just like, nah, dude, you're a boss, you're my brother. And guys,
Yeah, but there's that thing. So like, let's lay. I hate the fact that recently you find guys who say, if they even sing about it in lyrics of songs. Oh, I was listening to a Reminisce song and he was talking about how he took the girl out and she ordered for champagne, and later when he says let's go home, then she's looking at him funny. I'm like, dude, just because you bought her a drink, like why do guys act on just because I'm doing this for you, then I must get this in return?
Well, I can't speak for for most
You
of
went
the guys.
there?
No, I was saying we show affection and then we expect reciprocation. I said affection, not dates.
Okay.
You know, so it's I don't know why it happens mostly to guys, but I mean, I'm the king of friend zones. I've been friend zoned like a million times. So my tactics used to be, I'll just go there as a nice guy. If it works out, fine. If it doesn't work out, well, we're homies now, Abi. You know?
But I don't think it only happens to guys, though, because you find a lot of women showing men affection in the hope that, okay, this guy should be able to read the signs. He should know that I like him in a special kind of way. But hey, come on, I'm old school. I can't just start hitting on this guy. I can't tell him how I feel. He should, be able to decipher all these codes I'm giving to him. And she already is in the friend zone. And the guy's probably looking at her, man, this girl, she's my G. She's really close to me. She's a true friend. Actually, he doesn't know that she wants more than just friendship.
I have something really important to say about what you just said right now, guys. It's getting really interesting. We're talking about friend zoning, friend zone, friend zones, however the term is used. It's a very interesting word. When we come back, Bisola and Katung will still be here and we'll be chatting some more. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, you've missed out just a little bit, but you can still catch up. Bisola and Katung are with me, and we're talking about friend zoning, or the term friend zone. Now, we put out feelers on our Facebook page, guys. I have to read this out. Okay. And we asked the same question on Facebook about friend zones. And this is a very interesting message from Marvel Akomoye. He says, this girl had me so deep in the friend zone that one day I paid for her Uber to go to another dude's house. The bad part was that when he was finished with her, I caught an Uber there to hold her hand as she did the walk of shame, leaving his house. And he says, I still love this girl, please, what should I do? Or what should I have done differently? Now I read this with my mouth open, guys, and it made me ask, after that particular incident, is it possible for this guy to ever leave the friend zone? Because this is my thing, and going back to what Bisola was saying before we went on the break, in terms of, a girl can be giving the guy all the signals. I feel like it's easier for the females, because at some point, if a woman is after a man, let's be real. My grandma said this to me a long time ago. She's like, if you marry a man who is a philanderer, you can pray, and one day, whatever God you're calling upon can touch his heart and he can come back home. But when a woman is after a man, that she does not catch him, is that she didn't want to be with him. Because women know how to literally put down her self-respect on just to get that guy. So I think it's easier for girls to come out of a friend zone with a guy, because at some point, the guy will feel these facts. You know that this girl will cook for you. You know that this one, if I try my luck, I will get my way with her. Now, going back to this particular story, do you think there's any hope for this guy?
You see, the thing is, I think there's hope for him. Yeah, if he stays long enough, one day the scales from the girl's eyes might drop and she'll be like,
Katung, he followed her, picked up a man's house.
No problem. See,
he can, yeah.
He can. There's a chance. There's a chance. At the end of the day, I find that women like security and they like somebody who's going to be there. By the time she has looked around and she'll be like, what I've been looking for has been in my front
all
the whole
this time. Yeah.
You get, there's a chance, but he will wait. The guy will wait. Go.
I think Marvelous.
Yes, his name is Marvel Akomoye.
Marvel, like, you should come out. Communication is key.
Yep.
If you like somebody, say it. Like, babe, I know you're my friend, but I want more than friendship from you. If she gives you the Ella, then you know that, okay, there's no hope here. Let me just be managing my friend because I don't want to lose this friendship.
No, if you look at the movie, The Royal Hibiscus Hotel, we had a similar case between Osi UKJ and Zainab, and it was very interesting to watch. I'm not going to divulge a lot so that you guys can go out there and watch the movie. But I'm going to sit out on the fence with what you're saying, because I feel like in this sort of era, or let's say climate, we can say that as African men, there are certain things a man should not be exposed to while he's chasing a babe, because he never recovers from that. I.e., the walk of shame. Like, he called my Uber to go and be with another man. Do you guys not understand what I'm saying? And then when I was done with the man, in the man's house, in the same clothes, he now came to pick me up again. So what did he say? Was it nice? What's the conversation?
No, but then again, there are times when two guys, best friends, okay, let's say Katung is dating Ebola, for instance, and I'm a guy as well, Deji, for instance, and Katung and Bola break up, and Deji goes after the girl. these are buddies. They're supposed to be best friends, but he still
No,
goes
but
after the guy. And then
it's
they
the ego
have.
thing with men.
That's the thing. It doesn't.
but it's-
Not all the time.
It's not all the time.
You know, sometimes if love is there,
It can be gotten over.
yeah.
Yeah, it can be.
Truly.
Yes, I have a friend. I have a friend who took a girl. Yes, and they were friends, you know. But he was feeling her for a long time, and he had taken her to 2 abortion clinics for that guy. They still ended up. They got married. They got married. They have 3 kids today. You know, but he waited. Like he went the extra mile.
I think
He
I
waited it
haven't
out.
loved guys. Officially, I've been loving the wrong ones. I need to find me somebody like this, so I can tell all my problems to.
But you see, the thing is, girls like bad boys. Girls like the guys that don't like them.
True.
You know, so the guys who like them actually have a lot more work to do. That's why the nice guys always end up in the friend zone. That's why the nice guys actually have the strategy, which I did sometimes, is you go and just be a nice guy. If she likes you, fine. If she doesn't like you, man, well, we'll still be friends.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the issue of sex. You know,
Okay.
you find that some people are not dating, but they're hitting it. They're having sex.
Yeah.
Do you think that, you know, even if you're in a friend zone and she occasionally has sex with you, from a guy's point of view, do you think that the girl can go from a sex buddy to being the one? Like, do you think sex can lift you out of the sex friend zone? Because there are a lot of naive girls who are watching, and you know that this guy has said, I have a girlfriend. Like with the guys, they never say you're not good enough. Guys always have a way of making you still wait around. It's almost like they tell you something, but they don't say it completely. Like, oh, I have a girlfriend, we've been dating for so long, and I just don't know how to break up with her. Like, dude, hello. You know,
easy.
Or, you know, I married someone, the craziest lines, I was forced to marry her, and she's not the one I love. They know how to just spin it to make themselves the victims, and then the girls now feel by
Wait.
providing,
Yeah.
you know.
Succor to them.
No, men are not victims, they are survivors, first of all. But go ahead, you're about to say something.
No, no, because she asked you.
Do you think that
yeah.
you can go from sex can help
Yes,
you from...
I believe so, you know, but you just threw in another spanner in the wheel by adding that the person has a girlfriend. Now, if the person, for instance, doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have any relationship prior, yeah, and you guys are just friends, and then friends with benefits, there are things that would spark up something. I believe that it has happened in many cases.
Katrin, I don't mean to cut you short, but most cases, at least 70 out of 100 cases of men friend-zoning women is because there's somebody in their life. Men are not, you guys can't multitask like we can. Do you understand? You guys are one dimension. Okay, I'm dating this person. There are other chicks, she's just my friend. And even if you know that there's sparks, you don't explore it because of the person in your life. There's some Casanovas who are just sleeping around. They now have, I won't call those friend zones. They just have things with other women and they're just not ready to settle down. That's different. But when you are in a friend zone, you guys are in each other's lives, but as his friend, because there's somebody, in most times, admit with me, Katun, with guys, there's always something. There's a reason why he put the girl in the friend zone.
Well, but he has friends zone because he's trying to be faithful to who he's with.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, sometimes. You know, because if we're doing a game of numbers, you said 70. So let's give the benefit of the doubt to the other ones.
Okay.
Who are actually not philandering, who are not just spreading their seed everywhere, you know. But they have people who add value in their lives, and these people are of the opposite sex. So you know what? You pull her close, you are my homie, MIG.
But sex for me doesn't just take you automatically to the love zone or
love
out
zone.
of the friend zone. No, it doesn't.
It's gradual.
It happens, in some
Mm-hmm.
cases, like you said, either makes it or breaks it,
Yeah.
breaks the relationship. So in some cases, I've heard of a few
Yeah, but I think
people.
it's harder for females. I think because if you're no longer the friend with benefit, there's someone taking your spot. So it's like, there's always that thought of, okay, now that I'm now the main G, is there somebody else that he's
And
kicking it with?
I've heard from a guy though, you know, because most times when women get to sleep or have sex with a certain guy that they call their friends, they feel used, like, oh, he didn't get to love me anymore. I feel like, he did me bad. But I've heard from some guys that they were used by these girls.
Anybody who has been used, put your hands up. I've been used. I'm not going to go into details. I was the
No,
sweet
you can
boy.
tell us some details.
I was a sweet guy, you know. I was a really sweet guy. with this
what
girl.
happened?
Very, very sweet guy. You know. Then she had this guy she was seeing, you know, and we're just tight, but I knew there was something. There was sparks, and then this guy just did her dirty. And then I was there to, you know, shoulder to cry on, pick up, you know, everything.
And was
She
there
just used me
in
for
between?
rebound. When she was done, the way she jetted back to that guy when the guy came back from jam. I was finished.
I've done it before, Shaza. I'm not going to complain. I've done it before. I'm guilty.
I was
I'm
torn.
guilty of
So
that.
these scars that I carry, you know
Well,
yourself.
you know what? When Katun said he took me back to a certain place, and we're being honest, I've been there, done that. There's a certain guy that liked me, And everyone laughed at him because he looked exactly like my ex. People used to be like, you know, because we had broken up with my ex at that point. Why are you with this girl? She's just using you as a wheelbarrow. And truth be told,
That was what was happening.
When my ex hit me up, I was like, peace. And then that was it. But then we're going to go on another break. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. When we come back, we're still chatting. There's so much more to come on the show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Love Lounge special for the Royal Hibiscus Hotel, the movie. We've had a very interesting conversation and it's still ongoing. Katung and Bisola, of course, with me in the studio. Now, we had this tweet that made me laugh. This is from Rita13. She says, but seriously, how can someone say you're the type of woman or man I would love to marry and hasn't even considered dating you yet? I just can't deal. Do you guys feel like sometimes people feel, because they say things like you must be friends with the person you love, people feel like you must start as friends first before, you know, the whole love thing? Because for this girl, she's thinking, we haven't even dated, yet you're saying I look like the kind of person that you'd want to marry. Do you think that it has to come from friendship before a romantic relationship, before marriage?
I don't think many fathers are speaking to their sons. You know, I think people just assume that if you're a boy, you'll grow up and society will raise you. No, you should start from home. You know, that is why, sorry to just digress a little bit, when something happens to a woman that has been assaulted, they ask her, what did you wear?
Yeah,
you know, or why were you alone with him? What about something happening and the boy, why did you do this? Do you get? So if fathers are talking to their sons and teaching them values on how to woo a woman, as in my parents and I, we had an open relationship. Not that kind of open relationship. Open, we could speak, you know. We were allowed to air our views. And my father taught me, he told me one time, me and my brothers messed up, that left to him and his wife were side effects of marriage, in case we don't realize that. That him and his wife are okay. That was my first conversation with my father. I told him, guy, you can't call me a side effect of marriage. I didn't beg to be brought in here, you know. But if fathers are becoming like that with their sons, then boys will be confident enough to go after what they want. They will be able to recognize it quick. So the confidence, of course, it takes time, you know, for confidence must be built over time.
Sometimes
you know?
people think it's also financial. You know,
Yes.
some guys sit there and think, if I had money, I would chase her. So I don't have money, let me just be her friend.
be
But
her
it
friend.
happens, the reason why most guys would think that way is because the girls they like force themselves out of friend zones with guys that actually have these material things.
I
You
don't
know,
understand. Please, can you rewind?
let me rewind. Let me rewind. The reason why some guys would feel that way, that, oh, I have to have these material things to get this girl, is because that girl that they are chasing, that they really, really like, is throwing herself on a guy that has the material things. So they feel, okay, until I reach that certain standard where I can provide certain things, that's when I would be able to get this
You know,
girl.
I kind of beg to differ with that, because I feel like these days, I have to be honest, I feel really sorry for the young up-and-coming guys. Because even when you go to bars, you go to nightclubs, na so married man, married men, and we're not Nigboro. Do you understand? Like, you find the young boys, and they're all secluded in one corner, and the married men feel like, okay, because of maybe the money they have, or they can get any girl. So even without the girl trying to get with that guy who has it all, society has now become very exchange-wise. You know what I mean? People feel the need that even in relationships, let's be honest, even with marriage, you want something from your husband, you know how to shave that night, wear nice something, let me have sex with him so that I can put my request and get what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people now begin to, maybe validation is what it is, but I find out that I feel so sorry for it. I ask my younger brother, like, what are the girls these days? What are they like? You can't tell the difference between a 25-year-old girl and a 35-year-old girl
No, you
anymore.
can't. That
Everybody
is
looks
true.
the same. Nobody's taking time to grow. You know, and people are finding these guys who are just by boyfriend is buying her all these things. So the young boy who is still trying to plan his life will always be in the friend zone.
It's become a yardstick for relationships, you know, for even courtship, as in, to do this, you must do this. That is why, well, it's some sort of motivation for the young ones
for
to
the
go
young
and
ones.
actually struggle
Hustle.
and hustle and make this money. But guess what? The return of that is that they now go thinking that it's flashing of the cash that will get them who they want.
And they become
so
worse.
they end
But
up,
then, do you believe?
It's a vicious
thing
cycle.
thing is, even these guys that don't have money or material things, there's one girl in a corner that they have friend zoned.
True.
There is one girl,
You're right.
yes, there's one girl that they are friends with. This girl is praying for them, telling them, you know what, don't worry, you're going to get this job soon. Let me help you write this proposal. But don't worry, things will go fine.
And his
And
eyes-
Once he just hammers, boom, he has moved. The levels have changed. Yeah, but like like you were saying. So just for anybody who's watching right now, you may have that really close buddy. You guys are still friends, so don't go and start imagining things afterwards. Like, okay, we might now fall in love. No, it's just friendship. And yeah, because I have a couple of male friends, and it's pure friendship.
From the beginning?
From the beginning, they take me as their homie. Although sometimes it's annoying. Maybe I'm the one that might look, this guy can just be a little bit of a husband's turf. But, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for coming by. This has been, it's over already. This has been very interesting. And Katung sharing that personal story also took me to a place. To that guy that I did that to, please forgive me. Maybe it's your karma that's catching me right now. Let me have a chance with love. I beg, forgive me. Because I actually remember that one guy. He was such a sweet guy. And I did him semi-dirty, like I didn't mean to, but they had once what they had once. So the moment my ex just did backflip into my life, and let me tell you the bad part, he took me out that night, and all his friends always used to laugh at him. They'd be like, Toka is going to leave you once this guy comes back, And he actually took me out. We went to a restaurant, we went clubbing afterwards, and my ex just saw me and just did the reverse to my life. Do you know, I left the guy at the club and followed my please. I'm divorced, forgive me. That's happened, please. Have mercy. Thank you guys so much. This has been a very interesting conversation.
Yes.
Don't worry, I think I've been forgiven. If you're watching this, just let me go. Just let me breathe. Okay. We'd like to say thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to the Royal Hibiscus Hotel, because that is what the Love Lounge special is all about. Thank you to Fidelity Bank, Johnny Walker, Baileys, and Ciroc. My name is Toke Makinwa. Join me on the next episode of the Love Lounge special for the Royal Hibiscus Hotel, the movie.